We've got a commercial and industrial construction company. Started it back in 2014, and I've really been fortunate with how well we've been able to grow and develop it.
Mark loves the outdoors, and anytime he gets a chance to go out and explore and hunt and hike, whatever he can do, he's always out there.
Outside of entrepreneur business, how you mix in that fun adventure piece of it, which is really why we do what we do. Yeah. You know, I mean, we work hard so we can play hard and have fun and enjoy life. Off to the approach, Saratoga 95, 9 Mike Mike, 12000.
I have to really think about that day, because there's a lot that I block. I don't want to remember. That day, he would send me a little video of Josefina target shooting, and he was teaching her how to drive the big Dodge truck that we have.
I drove the truck, was pretty nervous. We just rode around and had fun, checked the feeders, the cameras and all that, and we're just waiting till night to go out and hunt.
We're sighting in a gun, and I jump in the buggy, set up like I always do.
He has a habit where he puts the barrel on his foot so it doesn't scratch. And while he was moving around, there was just a big boom. Everything just went silent.
Flash of light goes off.
He was very calm about it, which surprised me the most.
I knew what happened, the gun went off, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't have any holes in me, so I looked over at Mark and said, "You okay?" And you went, "Just go."
I picked up the phone and I saw it was Spencer, and he said, "Mark had an accident."
We roll up to the emergency room and they're like, "Can I help you?" You see this trail of blood from the truck to the emergency room? Yes, I need help. This is serious.
I was very hesitant about taking Leonard because I didn't know how I was going to find Mark.
And I'm like, "Where's he at?" And then I looked and I said, "Never mind." I just followed the blood trail down the hall of the hospital, 2 turns, there's Mark. It's pretty easy to find you.
At first, I thought this was just a joke and they were just messing with us. But whenever we arrived there, I felt wow, I felt like that was the end of my dad and that he couldn't be able to walk again.
He had the surgery. We waited, I don't know how many hours, and they told us that they needed to amputate his foot. It was seconds, but I just dropped on the floor because they came outside to get my approval. So I'm gonna put myself together, and I said, "Stop saying amputation. Just tell me something else. I don't want to hear. I've been hearing amputation since 6 this morning. Tell me something else." And he said, "Well, we can call Dr. Pack and get his opinion. He's our foot surgeon." Dr. Pack has been my silver lining since then.
See, this stuff here is what I'm trying not to join the opioid epidemic, but this stuff's bad stuff right here, dude. This is Norco. Dude, I took 2 one night, and one time I had this crazy hallucinogenic freaking dream. Really? Right when I went to bed, dude, I'm laying in the hospital, and the ceiling tiles start moving, and I can't move my arms, and I was tripping big time. This is called the external fixator. These rods go through this bone and that bone, this bone and that bone, and he's trying to keep these things aligned. And he's packed this all with some material to try to get some bone mass to go here. Now all these little pieces here, that's all bullet fragments. All right.
Fine. There you go. Good to go.
Ready for a long day's work.
All done. Done.
All right. You know, as reality sets in, I'm trying to at first I said I want to be able to climb mountains and, continue to do all the stuff, backcountry hunting and motorsports and everything I want to do. And I'm kind of trying to establish, do I compromise that with, this new foot that I'm going to have, or do I try to keep pushing the limits and, go down a road that may require a higher performance foot, which would mean a prosthetic. So the sooner I can get in some sort of a boot, the sooner I can get rid of crutches, the sooner I can do these things, the higher quality of life I'm going to have for the next, who knows how long. And just mentally, it keeps you motivated, right? Because otherwise, it's just this, it's a grind. I got to get it behind me sooner than later, but I don't want to rush to amputate if ultimately there's some hope to save a foot. I've got my foot because of Dr. Pack. I would have cut it off a month and a half ago. Amputation's an option in the short run. It'll give you a quick solution. It'll give you all sorts of mobility options. He said, but when you're an old man, then it sucks. And so there is a brace in Seattle. Today's October 23rd, 2019. I'm hoping by October 3rd, 2020, that I've got an exostim brace on my foot that allows me to be mobile and active and do all the sorts of things I want to do. My accident has presented a lot of uncertainty about the future. Over the years, I've accumulated a lot of toys and other assets that require time, attention, for maintenance and service that really at this point in time are just distractions in my life. So I've decided to liquidate some things that are just sitting idle and won't get used to free up some extra capital so we can be ready for whatever the future decides to throw at us. What I really need to do is simplify my life so I can focus on my priorities, which are health, family, and my business. After we get through the woods and see what's on the other side, I can start thinking about having fun. But at this point in time, it's really time to focus. And also make sure that my family has the time and attention they need while I'm struggling through all these different hurdles in life, physically and related to the business, and give them the encouragement and leadership that they need as a father and as a husband. And all of those things take a lot of time, and anything that takes away from that time at this point is just a distraction in my life. I'm really excited to be ribbon cutting this hotel and for the grand opening. The genesis of buying and developing a hotel in Carlsbad was really based on an extremely limited supply of housing in the area. We happened to stumble upon this vacant hotel, immediately jumped in. It had a lot of construction challenges, though, that like any renovation of an old hotel. You'll see when we get there I mean, stripped it to the block. This wasn't just like a paint. I could have gone in and just made it a crappy little man camp, but we like stripped it to the block. I put all new sewer system in. We had to saw cut in the rooms and then hand excavate under each wall between every room to put this new sewer system in. And where it ties in, it's like 15 feet in the ground.
Wow.
How are you? Mark Christensen. Good meeting you, Dale.
Hi.
How are you? Mark Christensen. Good meeting you. Very excited to get it opened up.
Are you from here?
No, I feel like I'm from here though. I've been here since 2014, 15. We built that big frac sand terminal down 285. Thank you, John. Thank you, Mayor. We're super excited to have everybody out here today. This has been definitely a labor of love. It's Happy Valentine's Day, so tell my wife Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, I love you. We wanted to make something memorable, meaningful, and long-lasting for the community, and I hope everybody stays here and enjoys this beautiful hotel at some point in time. So thank you all for coming out. Everybody go check out the rooms. Take a look. So you guys ready to open and operate the coolest new thing in town?
Yeah.
I feel like we're done, but I don't feel like we're done.
Yeah.
Just need to start generating revenue. It's a big milestone accomplishment, man. I mean, I've never, biggest personal real estate development I've ever done.
Where's your panic level for this?
Panic level for
This whole epidemic.
coronavirus?
Yeah.
It's pretty high, actually. It's a tricky situation. I've got guys who are already looking at layoffs and really concerned about the future. So I don't think anybody can predict, what comes out of this thing. So we're gonna get on a plane and fly right into the middle of it. We're gonna fly right into the heart of the coronavirus epidemic in Seattle. To me, getting this brace reflects potentially a new chapter in my life. I've been essentially disabled and on one leg for 7 months. I'm ready to get back to life as normal as I can get it to be. So the exostim was developed for wounded warriors. Ryan used to work for the military, and one of the issues they were seeing were folks who had amputated or amputees had better mobility than people with limb salvage like myself. So Ryan saw a problem and started to work towards a solution and built this thing called the exostim. It was basically an external brace, kind of like a prosthetic run foot, designed to protect the foot from impact and allow for some sort of energy store and release to give better mobility.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. It's been a long journey. It's changed a lot of people's lives, so hopefully it changes mine. This thing is a freaking beast. I mean, it's a tank. So from a performance device, I mean, you can see me barely hobble across this hotel room floor. I put this thing on, I'm jumping, I'm running. Yeah, I think I could go a little bit longer. It was humbling. I had a little moment where I got a little choked up. I had to pause for a minute there because I was seeing myself doing stuff that maybe I didn't think I was ever going to do again. So, you know, that was probably the first time since I've had this device and I've gone through this experience where I was like having a little breakthrough of mentally saying, okay, you know, this thing can allow me to do some stuff, you know. Woo. Yeah. Put me through my paces, brother. Piss somebody off? It's no joke, man. It's humbling how far behind I am from where I was. Probably haven't had my heart rate up other than when I think I'm gonna fall on my crutches. No pun intended, there's no magic bullet, right? You don't just strap the thing on and go and your life's changed. I mean, for this thing to work, you gotta put energy into keeping yourself fit, building your core, understanding how it works. Ryan's telling me there's a beast in there someplace. I gotta find it.
Do you sense your victory?
You know, the first day, it felt good, but this foot's been such a traumatic impact to my life that, I mean, my goals right now are be able to go out, play Frisbee with my kid, you know, dribble around on the basketball court a little bit, you know, get my body fit. Eventually, do I want to be able to, you know, run a little bit longer distance, maybe do a sprint triathlon or something just to have a goal? I'm not going to go try to run half marathons and marathons just because I've got other goals in life right now. Appreciate it. We've got some new kind of direction we might take the company to help other small businesses and minority-owned businesses and firms in the construction industry. So we're going to start a podcast, and we're going to start kind of interviewing business owners and blend some of the recovery process and tie it back into business and how you can recover from. Yeah, appreciate it, bud. Take care. Take care. Bye-bye.